Welcome to the Rediscover Psychological Services YouTube channel. I'm Trevor and this is Wanda Chevrette, and she is the psychologist, managing director, and CEO of Rediscover Psychological Services in Edmonton. 3 different locations to serve you. So look them up on the website and schedule an appointment. Today is going to be great. The topic we're talking about is 5 ways to manage transitioning to marriage. So if you are dating somebody right now or in a significant, meaningful relationship and you're wanting to go to the next step in marriage, this video is for you. I'm going to start off with a quote from Elizabeth Gilbert, and it says, "To be fully seen by somebody then, and to be loved anyhow, this is a human offering that can border on miraculous." I could agree with that, right? It's pretty awesome when you find that person that you want to partner with and spend the rest of your life achieving goals and accomplishing things together. I think I'm all for marriage. It's great.
It's lovely.
I've been there. I've got it. 24 years.
You got it.
24 years. 24. Yes, I got my badge.
Certificate.
Got it. I am legally married. Yes. No, I love marriage. I think it's great. I think it's healthy for
it's good because
people.
you're in it.
I'm in it. I'm convinced. I'm sold. And I think that more and more people should get involved in a meaningful, solid relationship, and learning how to do that and how to do life together with someone is very important and something that you specialize in. So I think that you'd be very, very helpful, seeing as the divorce rate is so high, you can mitigate that, right?
Maybe.
Help avoid that, right?
That's my hope.
That's the hope. Helping people stay married for longer, forever. Till death, right? Data from the 15-year study of over 24,000 individuals living in Germany found that a person's happiness level before marriage was the best predictor of happiness after marriage. That's very good. A lot of people think that, I'll get married and then all my problems will be gone. Yes. They follow you.
Yeah.
They will follow you. It's a myth to think that someone is going to fix you or some relationship is going to make you feel better. It's just a myth and a fallacy, and I'm sure you deal with that all the time.
Yes, actually, that is the first point is, adjusting your expectations, or, marriage is, you shouldn't be getting into a marriage with the expectation that it's going to make you happier or it's going to fix something, or, I have a child and, next step, of course, is marriage, and just entering it into that just for that purpose.
Right.
Generally, that doesn't work, and that's mainly because people haven't had the discussions that they should be having prior to marriage. They haven't been working on the conflict, all these things that kind of stem up. So that is the first kind of step is adjusting your expectations of what marriage is and what you hope to achieve by marriage.
Yeah, and I think that's really good. So people can come to Rediscover and get some premarital counseling, right?
Yeah.
Good thing to do is have some preemptive conversations and discussions about what it means to be married, what the roles will be and how you guys are going to, deal with finances and children, and, basically learning how to communicate in a better way before you get too far into things and find out, I hate this person. You probably don't really hate that person, you just don't know how to deal with them because you never learned how.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And some people don't have a good example of that in their home, right? Broken homes and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
If you've never learned how, or you never had a good example of how to, be, married in a good relationship, then you're going to need some help, and that's why you should call Wanda.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So the next way to manage transition to marriage is taking stock of your value systems. Tell us a little bit about that and what that means.
This is one of my favorite topics, is because most couples do not do this.
Okay.
This is couples I see, I can ask a question of, something really simple about, like, how do you budget? And a new married couple generally don't have the answer for that, or they have their answer, but they don't have the couple's answer. So they haven't had the discussion of value systems or the important topics that they need to have. So this is very vital at the beginning of a relationship. And it's always like, I hear people, well, when do you breach the topic of having kids? that should be a topic that if you're interested in getting serious with this person, it's very important to have that conversation before you get emotionally involved or you put your own needs on hold. Really getting to the value system of that person and seeing if it matches and aligns with what your value system is. Because if it isn't, that's going to be a problem going forward. And so it's really important that you have those conversations. It doesn't mean that the relationship is in damage if you have different values. It's in how do you negotiate it? Is it negotiable? Sometimes they're not, and sometimes you make that decision then if this person, based on their value system, is somebody you want to pursue long term.
Yeah, that's good advice. And I know for they used to offer these premarital courses and counseling. I don't know if it's as prevalent or anymore or promoted, but it's something that you do, and I think it's a good idea for people to do.
We do a lot of premarital work, and I think it should be like, I know the church has it for people that attend church. It's almost mandatory if you're going to get married in a church, but they don't have it for the regular couple, and I just think it's so crucial to know these things before you step in. I mean, we're both married, so we know the issues that have come up in our relationships.
Yeah, definitely. So think about it. If you're in a relationship and you're thinking about going and getting married to that person, have a conversation, have a couple of sessions with Wanda, deal with these things beforehand, and really learn, how to communicate and see if, not if you should get married, but how married life is going to be, because your expectations are different than reality. The wedding happens and it's so wonderful, beautiful, magical, I'm a fairy princess, and then after the honeymoon it's like reality.
Who are you?
Reality. I liked you when we were dating, but who is this person? Who is this human invading my space?
Is there some personal stuff coming up for you here?
Just reality, right? That's how it happens, right?
It is totally
You get married, and then after the honeymoon, it's like, who is this person? And because
Well, and the thing is we get love blinders, right?
Sure.
You get in the beginning of the relationship, of course, the sex is good. There's some really great intimacy, and then you forget those, deep intimate things, and then of course when you get married, that's when 5 years in, 6 years in, you start getting those issues that come up, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's normal. It's part of life. It's not a bad thing. It just
be aware of them.
Be aware. It happens. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the next one, learn the art of compromise. Learn the art of compromise. Tell us about the art of compromise.
It's an art. It really is an art. Maybe a science. You're going to have issues that come up that they're not solvable. In fact, Gottman says that 69% of our issues are not solvable issues. The perpetual issues that continue to come up. And so learning how to negotiate compromise with your partner is essential, because we both have needs. I mean, we both have wants, we have desires. We're two individuals that are coming together, and we're either a couple or we're making a family, and that's so important to learn how to negotiate so you're not getting into these big conflict discussions that end up erupting and damaging the relationship long term.
Yes. So compromise. Don't do the Marie Kondo method. Where this does not bring me joy, and discard.
You're out.
This does not bring me joy.
Yeah.
Goodbye. That's not how to deal with conflict. That's not how to compromise. You got to come up with a way that's
we actually
workable.
help that. Yeah, we actually help that. We have ways and methods to do that. It's a Gottman method, so the circle of compromise, and we help clients navigate that, right? And to build that into the relationship so they can do it long term, right?
Yeah.
Coming up with flexible areas and inflexible areas for each other based on your values.
Yeah, that's great. Having values, number one, and identifying what those are. That's very important.
Yeah, totally.
What are your values? Okay.
I don't have any. I kid, I do.
Wink, wink. No, just kidding. Wanda is hilarious. I could only imagine what a session with Wanda would be like. It'd probably be, enjoyable.
Serious thought? Well, hopefully. Hopefully my clients enjoy me.
Well, I mean, you're very busy. I'm sure that they do.
Very busy.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and they get a lot from it, I hope. So yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously they
I
do.
get that feedback.
Yeah.
They keep on coming back.
They keep
so
coming back.
You gotta say something.
More people are coming all the time. So
Yeah.
it's good. So you should, too, give her a call. And you have a number of different therapists who are there to help as well. And they're all great.
Oh my gosh, yes. They're amazing. Gottman trained. A lot of them are Gottman trained. I think all of them actually are now.
So any of their counselors, therapists can help you with these things we're talking about today. So the next one, number 4, common life dreams. Tell us about that. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes back to the value system as well. This should be a conversation is what is your long-term dreams? If they don't drive with one another, they're gonna have to be compromises, and are you willing to compromise? And this can be something like, hey, I wanna live on the ocean. Hey, I wanna live in the city. How are we gonna negotiate this? Those things can come up. So making sure that you're on the same page at the very beginning about life goals, and if you're not, are you willing to negotiate yours for your partner? And either answer is okay. You just have to find something that works for your partner and you in your relationship.
Yeah. And learn these things beforehand.
Oh, definitely.
But that's why it's always good to have some time before you meet somebody and you decide you're going to get married to them, and doing some sessions and really digging deep into what your value systems are, what your similarities are, where your visions align and where they don't, and how that will affect you in the future. I think is a good conversation to have with your person you're going to be married to, right? Let's talk about the last one here: rules, roles, and responsibilities. So this is a good conversation to have. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, I mean, this can be a lot of things, but mainly when you want to negotiate that is when you're doing parenting. So that's when those kind of complicating things come in more so than anything is parenting roles and responsibilities, and household, how do we navigate household, paying bills, really establishing who does what, who's flexible in what, and being able to continue that and negotiate over time as well.
Sure.
So I think that is so important, and parenting is essential because we see that, especially new parents, that if you're thinking about marriage, that might be the next thing is having children. What does parenthood look like, and having some sort of plan for that, of the responsibilities and the roles that are attached to that, because those are the common issues that come up.
Yeah, because having children is challenging. They're very demanding. They're very needy, and they're
and
wonderful.
Loving,
they're wonderful and loving, but they need care. They need constant care, constant attention. So how that's going to be meted out between the partners needs to be established, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So have a conversation. Pick up the phone, go to the website, and start talking with somebody today. You can get a 15-minute consultation on the phone with one of the therapists at Rediscover Psychological Services and feel it out. See if it's going to be a fit for you or not. That's fine. Of course, I know that once you start talking with somebody, one of the therapists there, you're going to see right away that I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the leap and get some help and have maybe some premarital conversations before you decide to tie the knot and get into a marriage with somebody. So thank you so much for joining us on this video. I hope it's been helpful. Hope you got something out of it. And we're going to be making some more videos in the future, aren't we, Wanda?
Yes, we are. And we're actually going to be doing a transitioning to parent. Not myself, but one of my clinicians will be doing that. So
Perfect.
Stay tuned.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video.